Hi everybody, thank you so much for being on my new Let's Play video, this time of a probably best Android strategy game I saw in a couple of years, maybe ever since, I'm not sure actually, Clash Royale I'm guessing. Even though this is a vastly different kind of a game, it still provides an incredible experience and it's well worth your time, even if you remotely love complex, rich, deep strategy titles. Now, Rebel Inc. is actually a spiritual successor of a game that's called Plague Incorporated, which was a huge hit maybe almost a decade ago or something like that, a little bit less. In this case, you are tasked with stopping an insurgency and putting a province after a war back on its feet. So let's check out a new game. Don't let the really basic menu fool you. The game is really good. It's really deep, rich, complex, and actually really polished visually. Apart from the terrible UI, I'm not sure why the developers stick with this uh, really poor, poor man's design when it comes to the buttons and everything else in the UI. So I'm at level 3, where you basically play as a military guy who has mostly military solutions to all problems in this province, which in gameplay means that you play in a way that is forcing your hand more towards military solutions. Now, all of these are paid options, which you don't have to use. This is also a really cool feature where you can name your operation and choose different kind of stereotypical names for warlike or military-like setup. That's a really cool and interesting idea that the endemic developers, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, utilized. So this is the Southern Desert level. These are main introduction screens, and this is the first thing you do in the game. You set up your HQ. Once set up, you get your provinces, and this is where the game looks really similar to the Plague Incorporated. You have your setup of different measures you can employ and research them through purchases, which open up additional abilities in turn. So you have your civilian, government, of course, overview, and military. Now this is the main difference. When you buy your units, you actually get them on the map, and you get the ability to fight what will later on become rebel forces. Now this is a really early stage of the game, but it still allows me to show you what are the main differences between this game and a lot more passive Plague Incorporated. Here the units are completely under your control. You can move them around, they can fight automatically, but you actually deploy them and strategically place them around the provinces. Furthermore, the game bases itself on your reputation. As the reputation drops through different kinds of bad moves and problems you encounter, you get closer and closer to losing the game. At the same time, the stability factor is the thing you're looking for as the main victory condition. You reach 100%, you won. And to do that, you need to have your reputation more or less above zero, insurgency down to something that does not hamper you, and the rest of, okay, these are statistics are for the premium option, the rest of the stability factor up to 100. As you can see, the graphics are both simple and really appealing. If you like these grand strategy games, this will be something you can definitely quickly get into. The same goes for a realistic approach, because the game actually employs and uses things like drones and airstrikes, but also special circumstances that come with them, like airstrikes hitting civilians and other special events where you need to make choices based on the money you have and, of course, on different outcomes you want to pursue. Now, the Southern Desert map is pretty hard, I failed several times at it, but it shows that the game offers kind of a versatility even though you keep playing with the same set of rules and almost identical conditions when it comes to your possibilities and the potential you have as a player. I really like that because that's a great element of the whole setup. It does not allow you to kind of get complacent and simply go through the motions. Instead, it demands a level of presence, mental presence, that is kind of difficult to keep there because you kind of expect things to be the same in through every level. They are really not, but you kind of feel that you can do all these the things you can do. Actually, there is a lot of interconnectivity that you need to explore and apply in a different manner on each level. So this is building the garrison. When I garrison a region, it provides support to my troops, but also it provides an ability to further withstand rebel attacks or insurgent attacks. Now here is the moment when the insurgency will likely commence and the game will go into that offensive mode where you need to keep track of the stability and development, but more importantly fight those damn rebels. And the insurgents are here. Let's see, where did they appear? I'm going to move my troop one. I'm certain, I think in the battalions or something like that, I'm not sure. And here is another. This is another special event with the warlords, and I'm choosing to ignore them. And I'm starting to fight in the first province. I'm also moving my operational units to my second province, and I'm also going to deploy another coalition unit so it can fight there as well. So this is where the battle actually takes place. I'm also going to employ airstrikes with more frequency and allow my units to better communicate on the ground. So right now I'm pushing my rebels to the mountains. Not my rebels, I'm pushing rebels to the mountains, and I'm going to pursue them because that's a way how I can actually destroy them. I'm deploying my National Guard or National Army unit, which is easier to maintain and hold on to. Hopefully they can destroy the rebels completely by this stage. And that was it. Let's see, another place where the rebels had been crushed. Now it's a great time for me to upgrade some of the region's problems. So we can see there's power, electricity, medicine. Let's see what's here. Okay, affecting crop yields. Let's go for advice. And operations. Let's see if we can go with some healthcare and maybe some rural support as well. So I'm going to redeploy my units now and wait for another moment where the insurgency kicks off. Basically, that's it. This is the game. It came out some time ago, but if you love strategies, do try it out. Do pursue the elements through the levels and see how they evolve and mutate. I really believe they will be more than satisfying to you because the game is extremely well crafted especially for a mobile app, it works great. Rebel Inc., something that you need to check out if you love strategy games in any shape and form. That's all from me, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you on my next video. Until then, bye bye.